to ECMS 2, What's New? My name is Samantha Demopoulos, and I will be presenting ECMS 2, What's New. In this presentation, we will be viewing ECMS 2 from the consultant's perspective. So we're going to log in as the consultant and see what the consultants will see when they go to view solicitations, agreements, go to submit items. So we'll see that everything we're seeing here is from the consultant perspective. As far as an ECMS 2 overview, some of the improvements that the consultants are going to see, along with PennDOT as well, are improvements in navigation. It's a lot easier to get in and get around the system. The screens are a lot more user-friendly. There's a great improvement in the search capability. There's a lot of different ways you can go in and search now. You can even save your searches. And overall, it's just improved access to information. Some of the new functional areas that consultants will see in ECMS are there are new ways to get into consultant information. It's a lot more consolidated. There is a forum for asking questions and answers for scope clarification. And for advertisements, that's a new function, questions from advertisements. And the My Work Queue is a new functional area in ECMS 2 as well for the consultant agreement selection. We're going to go in and view some common functions and navigation. I want to tell you a little bit about what we're going to see when we go in. Some of the, again, improvements here that you'll see are improved screen layout and navigation. There is a main page concept where information is displayed all on one page instead of having to go through different screens. For example, for the agreement information, you used to have a summary and then a header. Well, now that's all that information is on one page. So again, a lot easier to see your information. The screen layout's a lot better. You'll also see toolbars in ECMS 2. So a lot of the buttons that used to be at the very bottom of the screen are now in the toolbar. For example, the save buttons, save and exit, the back button. There is a workflow button that will allow people to submit an item. New in ECMS 2 is also a menu bar going across the top of the screen that will replace the navigation bar. So instead of having a navigation bar on the left, there's a menu bar going across the top that will allow you to get into different areas, functional areas of ECMS. So in ECMS 2, some of those options on the menu bar will actually still take you back to the current ECMS. Another improvement in ECMS 2 is with headers and headings. A lot of information is now contained in the headers across the top of a screen. So it's a lot more consistent when you're going to view different screens for a particular agreement. You'll have that same header across all of your screens. And then your screens will be divided into sections by headings. So you'll see section headings with different information. You'll also have new search screens. These are called search portals in ECMS 2. And they'll allow you to go in and specify advanced search criteria to search for different items. You also will be able to enter in an agreement number and just hit your enter key to go quickly to an agreement information or whatever you're searching for. You'll also be able to save searches. That's a really nice feature. And the express searches make it a lot easier to go in and search for a particular item. So there are a lot of preset searches. So you can just click a hyperlink, one click does your search for you. The selection screens are also improved. So you have a lot more capability there when you go in and select. You can search the selection screens. You can filter selection screens. So for example, if you're going to enter someone onto a project team, they're now all sorted by last name. You can go in and search those names. You can also filter names. Also in ECMS 2, there is a new message area. So a lot of the messages you used to get in a pop-up window where you had to click OK will now appear at the top of the screen in a message area. The messages that you're going to see in ECMS 2 are a lot clearer as far as what you have to go back and do. So if there's something you forgot, maybe a field on the screen or you didn't take a step first, those error messages will really be very helpful in telling you, oh, I forgot to do that one piece, I have to go back and do it. Or, oh, I forgot to fill in this information, I have to go do that. So those messages are really a lot clearer, and they will really help you go through the process. In ECMS, consultant agreement selection, there are a lot of different areas where things have to be set up first in order to take the next step. And those messages will really help in the process there to help you get through if you miss something by accident. Some of the elements that we're going to talk about when we see our demonstration here in a moment include the ECMS banner going across the top of the screen. That will look very familiar to you. You also have a new menu bar going across the top of the screen. That's now how you're going to access different functional areas in ECMS 2. The toolbar is another element we'll see. Again, a lot of the command buttons, such as save, are now on the toolbar. The message areas I was just talking about will be very helpful to you. We'll also see headers with a lot of consistent information and section headings that are going to break up a screen into different sections. And I also want to mention required fields. It's a lot clearer now to see required fields. They have a flag next to them. So you'll be able to go in and see a field that's required much more easily. It'll be a lot more obvious. Those are some of the elements we're about to see in our presentation of the demonstration of the common functions and navigation. That will be in the next section.